Hey guys, welcome back to another Azure gaming video, and today's video we're going to talk about Sol, Loren, and Awakened Dragon Akstar's surprise EX2 buffs. So what this means is that when you awaken them to EX2, they get certain buffs or certain new abilities or passives. So we're going to take a look at them and see how it changes each of the units. Alright, so we're going to start with NV Sol. So in normal form, he gains this attack, Devastation, when upgraded to EX2. So magic damage 45 with Ignore Spirit, 50% to all enemies. That's 90 mod AR chains, really nice there for upping your chain score in Dark Visions. Alright, so it cannot be triple casted. It's not part of his triple cast, but it might be, because this says cast 3 times any of Sol's Neo Vision skills. So this is one of his skills. It could be part of it. So he can, if it is, it could potentially do triple AR chaining, which is nice. Alright, so magic damage 90 times 390, 227, 270 mod, but it is non-elemental. So take note of that. So it doesn't gain any other EX2 bonuses in normal form, but brave shift form he does gain a bunch of static mag here, so 500 static mag, LB damage of 75%, so that ups his LB damage to 25 plus 75, that's 150, so you only need 150 more to cap his LB damage in brave shift form, and it also upgrades his LB. So let's go to his LB. Alright, so LB from 110 modifier, it goes up to 130 to an enemy. Really high ice magic finisher skill here that costs 38 crysts. It also imperils ice by 135 for one turn to one enemy before doing any damage. Really good here. 135 is the highest ice imperil in the game right now. So if you have Sol lying around and if you can awaken him to EX2, he's going to be a really good ice magic finisher. He can also imperil ice by 135. So I'm not sure if this is instantaneous. You could ignore imperiling the enemy to ice because he can just do this when he casts his LB. If there is a delay, other units can benefit from the ice imperil before NB Sol can hit with his LB. So not sure if there's a delay in his LB and animation. Alright, so Sol in summary, really good EX2 awakening bonuses. He's gonna be a really nice ice magic finisher in brave shift form. Real curious if his AR chaining can be triple casted or quadruple casted. Yeah, alright, so there is this cast quadruple obliteration. Yeah, it's still not part of it, so I'm not sure if that is this is right, or I don't have him awakened yet, so I'm not sure how that works. Alright, so let's move on to... This video is sponsored by Amazon Coins. Get 10,000 Amazon Coins for $80 instead of $100. That's a savings of 20%. You can use the Amazon Coins to buy Lapis for Ffbe. I placed a link in the description below. Check it out after you watch the video. Alright, so let's move on to Loren. Loren also got her EX2 Awakening bonuses. Let's go down, and so she only gets passives, so static attack 500, similar to NB Sol. She gains 200% chain modifier cap when dual wielding. Really good. She's gonna do more damage when she is dual wielding. You could also just use her for TDH like we usually do, but she does gain this, so no need to force her into true double hand equipment. And last, she autocasts Unleashed Power at the start of battle, which is let's see what it does. It increases LB gauge 100 to cast her, so you can instantly cast her LB, which is a full break. It also decrease wind and lightning resistance 79. Really not nice in today's standards, but you can start in normal form and go immediately to brave shift form and cast this LB so you can increase the modifiers to her skills. So not bad. Alright, so moving on to her EX2 BS Awakening, she gets the same things. So I think that's pretty much it. So what does this mean for NB Loren? She does more damage in Bracer form now with the static attack 500, increased chain modifier cap, really nice there, 200%, and autofill LB, so you don't need to fill her LB anymore, or just cast this and she will benefit from the increased modifiers from casting her LB. Alright, so Envy Loren BS form gonna do more damage thanks to her EX2 Awakening. Alright, last but not least, Awakened Dragon Akstar. In normal form, he gets this thing, Dragon Unleashed. Autocast Dragon Unleashed at the start of battle, which means he fills his LB gauge to 38, so meaning he can cast this at the start of battle. Physical damage 125 to all enemies, 9 hits if you want. It also increases physical damage against dragons by 100%, so auto buff Dragon Killer 100%. Could be useful for stealing. If you want to steal with Mastermind Zon without Akstar doing anything, it just auto casts. Alright, so let's move on to his BF's form. This is actually more interesting. So upgrade LB, it also increases LB damage by 150, so I think that's the only LB damage he has. Previously, he didn't have any LB damage passives. It also increases modifiers to Death Blade Falling Star Frost, so that does 90 with ignore defense, so 180 to one enemy, 1 use per battle, unique selection on multicast, so you can only cast this once, but really heavy hitter here, 180 mod on 1 skill. 20 to Ice Journal's Blade, so that is his human killer buff, not really worth using for damage. And increase modifier to Discipline Blade, so that's his bread and butter skill. This has 37 now and 18. 37 times 2, because that's ignore defense 50. There are more skills that increases the modifier to that, like Culmination of Destruction, which increases modifier by 10. And if you use Edge Imperial Ruin, it increases the modifier further by 10. So that's 10, 20, and 30. So add 30 to this. That's 57 times 2, and then 38. So really a hard-hitting chaining skill here that is locked to ice and AMOE chains. But you need to spend some time increasing the modifier by casting this, casting the Ruin, and then I think that's it. This thing only is a passive, so you don't need to cast that. Alright, so really good chaining, AMOE, ice chaining skill here. And we'll move on to his LB. Before it did 93 and 5 to one enemy, 23 and 4. Really hard to put this inside a chain. So you might want to use 2 Akstars for this one. It also decreases ice resistance by 120. Now it does 5 to one enemy and 130 to one enemy. So 135 has this weird hits again, and it decreases ice resistance 135 for 5 turns to one enemy. So you could start in normal form, immediately shift to Bracer form. I think he doesn't have a yeah, you can immediately shift to Bracer form, so you can cast his LB, decrease ice resistance by 135, and chain the enemy down using his chaining skill. Or you could use this to like chain with another Awakened Akstar to do a lot of damage, because he does have this LB damage passive 150. I'm not sure if he has an active LB damage buff. Alright, he doesn't have one, so you could also buff him up with Yoshikiri or any other LB damage buffer. Alright, so pretty good awakenings. My favorite is Awakened Dragon Akstar's EX2 Awakening. I think I have enough to EX2 awaken him, so I'm pretty excited to use him in content. And also Envy Sol, I think I have an EX2 of him. So all right. So Loren, not so much, but she is a really good breaker, and now she does more damage in Brave Shift form. All right, I think that's I've covered everything. Yeah, I think. All right, so let me know, guys, if this was helpful. If this was helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Click on the like button and notification bell to get notified when I upload new videos to the channel. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.